Hey everybody, it's Dave. How y'all doing? I'm okay. I did have to go to the doctor's today. Not Meniere's disease related per se, but when I had the drop tack a couple of weeks ago, I actually um, did some damage. Not damage, but I don't know. I tendons. I stretched out the tendons or whatever, and that's what I've been dealing with for a couple of weeks. The pain and everything, and I never bothered to do anything. I figured it would go away. Well, it wasn't going away, so so yes, I did have a problem, and I went to the doctor. But I wanted to talk about was bPPV, benign proximal positional vertigo, and it's going to be called bPPV from now on. Um, because there seems to be, how symptoms can overlap each other. Some people are saying do the Epley Maneuver and it will take care of your vertigo. Well, if you're doing the Epley Maneuver and it's taking care of your vertigo, you probably don't have Meniere's disease. Okay. Now, can you have bPPV and Meniere's? Yes, I know people who do, and it's probably hard. That's why it's kind of hard to figure out where your dizziness is coming from or your vertigo is coming from. Because the symptoms overlap. Dizziness, Meniere's, and vertigo. And bPPV. Vertigo, same thing. Meniere's, bPPV. Loss of balance, not being steady, same thing. Stomach upset, vomiting, or diarrhea. Diarrhea is not here, but I know a lot of people who do. I tend to get diarrhea now and not vomit when I have Meniere's attacks. Like the one I had 4 weeks ago, I actually had diarrhea instead of throwing up. And the BPV can come and go. Most often they last a minute or two, which I think that's kind of crap. I think they could probably last longer. What type of head movements bring on PPV? That varies. You can get nystagmus, which is your eyes going like this. And that happened to me today. Okay. When I was getting my leg checked out, the doctor did a neurological testing. It's one of those ones, follow my fingers with your eyes, and they're doing this. And then she went like this. And I won't do it. I won't do that, but then she went like that, and my eyes went like this. And then I was going for a few minutes, not long. So you can do the Epley Maneuver, and if you have the bPPV, it'll hopefully loosen up those crystals in your ears, because that's what causes it. The crystals clump together, and that should loosen it up to where it stops. Now, it might take a couple of times, for that to happen. Now, if that works, then yeah, that's bPPV. But if not, it's Meniere's. Now, the only symptoms that aren't the same is hearing loss and tinnitus. So, but you can have both. You can have both. And I will put some pictures in this video, of the Epley Maneuver exercises that you can do if you do have this. But, the thing is you got to understand, if you do these things for Meniere's disease, and that's why I'm making this video. If you haven't been diagnosed with bPPV and you do these exercises, because people are saying, "Oh, do it, it gets rid of it," it could bring on an attack, even if you're not having one. If you're not having one, it could bring on an attack. So, and you might end up giving yourself bPPV. So you don't want to necessarily, if you have Meniere's and you're not diagnosed with bPPV, you don't want to really do that, okay? Because you could make things a lot worse. And I know some people say I'm full of shit, but hey, I have opinions too. That's my opinion. So yeah, and in the rescue meds, you can do the exercises, take a meclizine, that would help. That was one of the things that was helping me way back in 2014 when they first told me I had bPPV. I would take the meclizine, and that would help me better than doing the exercises. But that's just me. We're all different. Which, leads me to just a real quick thing, is somebody posted in a group I run, go see a chiropractor. You'll be cured, or it'll be well, whatever. It made it sound like a cure. Chiropractic doesn't work for everybody. It just doesn't. You know, everybody has a nerve problem that's causing your vertigo, but you can have that. Okay, and if you're getting relief from a chiropractor, but you're not having hearing loss or tinnitus, or you might not having hearing loss, tinnitus, yeah, you could still have it, and you're getting relief from that. That's what's helping you. And if that's what's helping you, that's great. But you always got to remember something. What helps you doesn't necessarily mean it's going to help me. What helps me doesn't mean it's going to necessarily help you. So that would be it. I mean, you can do the exercises. Just be wary if you don't have bPPV. It could cause some problems. And I know it's hard, like, especially if you got both. You don't know how to figure it out. Well, one way to figure it out is if you have that. The other thing is go to the doctors. Some ENT offices, and I know Mass Meniere has one, they have what's called an Epley chair. Okay? And, I mean, I'm sure you could probably get one if you wanted. If you wanted this big, looks like an amusement ride in your living room, or the spare room, or whatever. But they put you in a chair and it spins you around and everything, and it's supposed to clear up the crystals. So, I mean, yeah, you could do that too. But just, common sense says, go see a doctor. If you're starting to get vertigo and stuff, a lot of doctors do jump to the bPPV right away. So that was it. I just want you to make sure that, bPPV and Meniere's are really two separate things. They both have the same symptoms, except for one doesn't have the hearing loss. And you can very easily be misdiagnosed with it. But, yeah, they're not the same. And if you do the Epley Maneuver, you could actually cause problems. So on that note, I will talk to you all later. Take care.